Hi people, welcome back to HMS. So of course everybody wants to study medicine, although I think that's changing now. But say the last 10 years, everybody's parents wanted them to study medicine. When you go to a secondary school class and you ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? Everybody says doctor, doctor, doctor. Even those that haven't even thought about it, once your friend says doctor, because it looks nice and of course you wear white coats, everybody just says doctor. But I know I didn't know what I was really getting into when I decided to study medicine, and so many other people didn't know, even though of course people will give you bits and pieces of advice, but they won't give you the details of the course. So let's get into it. First of all, how do you know medicine is for you? How do you know it's something you might enjoy or something you would like in the long haul? If you're in secondary school, you need to ask yourself, do you like biology, and could you accommodate some form of chemistry? Even though medicine is a study of life and will most likely encompass every single subject or course that there is, but you have to ask yourself, do you actually like the study of biology, which is like the study of life, to the study of living things particularly? And then could you accommodate some chemistry, because you have to learn pharmacology, how to administer drugs, and that has to do more with chemicals and how they interact. You'll be in the lab, physiology, anatomy, biochemistry, and you have to meddle in some of deep chemistry. So if you know chemistry is not really for you, you don't like biology, then maybe don't study medicine. But of course it's not a one-size-fits-all. It doesn't matter. Even if you don't really like biology or chemistry, you can still be a great doctor. Another thing you need to really ask yourself and be honest with yourself about is, do you like to study? So people assume that a student that likes to study automatically means that student is a good student. It's not always the case. Somebody say in mathematics does not really need to study for long hours. You just need to calculate and all of that. But for medicine, you are going to be studying a lot. It's going to be your full-time job, all day, every day. If you are not studying, trust me, you'll be thinking about studying. You'll be thinking about, when are you going to be free to go and study for this test, or study for this exam, or study for a word round, or for a presentation. So you are always going to be reading. So you need to be honest with yourself. If you're in secondary school, do I actually like studying? I also I'm talking to you like an adult. I don't want to assume that you're a teenager that doesn't really know what they want. Take a while back and don't just think, oh, it's hard to read, or I don't like reading, or all those things. But just be honest with yourself. Is it an habit you can develop, can inculcate, or true, to be very honest with yourself, not that you're trying to be lazy or you're trying to be anything, you just don't like it, you just don't enjoy it. Now, a good way to know this is if, say for instance, you enjoy reading novels, if you are not reading school books, you are reading something else. So definitely consider medicine. Another question I want you to ask yourself is, do you feel God's leading? I know it can sound a little spiritual, but yeah, God can lead you in that decision. So take some time to pray, and if you feel like you can do it, if you feel like you're at peace with it, then go for it. God can actually lead you in whether medicine is for you or not. So now, moving on to choosing your university. There are a lot of universities in Nigeria that are offering medicine as a course of study, but be honest with yourself. Are you willing to accommodate the strikes? If there aren't some schools are more prone to strikes than others, so make that decision for yourself. And if you do go to a school that a lot of strike actions is happening, don't now become bitter, because of course nobody is going to force you to fill in the JAMB form and put that particular school. So take it in stride that this was my decision and I'm going to stick with it. You have to think, okay, is it going to be do I want to be far from home or close to home? You might need to be close to home, contrary to what most people might think, because you need a lot of emotional support. There will be a lot of times when you're just down, you don't know what to do, you don't want to cook for yourself, you don't want to go to the market. So you can easily run home one weekend and just settle at home and be reminded why life is beautiful. Do your research, ask people that are in that school, ask about the 100 level. For that might be a big deal. In some schools, if you are doing medicine, then you don't need to do mathematics. Maybe you don't like mathematics. So ask those kind of questions. Ask about the 100 level exams, ask about the requirements. In my school, for instance, if you fail any course in 100 level, then you're out of medical school. So ask all those important questions when you meet people from the school that you're intending to go. Admission requirement is so tough for most schools, so you should know that from the get-go you have your work cut out for you. But we shouldn't also forget that there's the element of God's favor. So give it your best shot and you will get it if that's what you really want. Just keep believing and be positive. A lot of people will tell you, oh, you can't do it. Oh, are you sure you really want to go that route? Oh, this, oh, that. But if you believe within yourself and you give it your best go, you can do it. Repeat after me. You can do it. A lot goes into medicine, and it's going to build you. It's a course of endurance. It's not really about how smart you are. It's about how much can you endure. So a lot of things are going to challenge you, but it's also very rewarding. Everybody in the whole world is going to see you as a nobleman for being a doctor. Any country you go to, you are going to be respected as a doctor, and you get to save lives. So kudos to you if you really want to study medicine, and if you're really considering it, that's good. Be encouraged. I've given you the lowdown of what it takes to do it. How do you know medicine is for you? The admission requirement, choosing a university. You have to know that it's also going to be very sacrificial. So prepare your mind for that. Prepare your mind that it's going to be tough, but you can do it. Thank you for watching this video. It's been a lot. I might need to watch it over and over again to really get everything I said. But thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, please, and share. You know, if you are watching this and you are not even somebody that needs it, then share it to somebody that is considering studying this course. It's very important to be guided with information so we make the right choices. Remember, you can be doctor and happy.